significant barriers in Jordan. Educated women still struggle to turn educational achievements into career success. And in private schools in east of Amman, I highlighted on the challenges that female educators face, such as career progression, limitations, cultural expectations, and balancing work and family life. This research focuses on identifying the professional, cultural, and institutional challenges impacting female teachers' growth in east of Amman. By example, my study aims to inform policies that support gender equality and improve professional opportunities for female educators in Jordan. My problem statement presents challenges faced by female educators, and it make up a significant portion of the education for workforce in Amman. They continue to encounter barriers such as gender bias, limited career advancement, lack of professional development opportunities, and difficulty balancing work and family responsibilities. These obstacles hinder their career growth, and they hinder the inequality within the professional, particularly as women remain underrepresented in leadership roles. This study addresses this gap by providing a quantitative data on the professional challenges faced by female educators in this context, with the aim of informing supportive policies and promoting gender equality within Jordan educational sector. As a percentage, in Jordan, only 16% of women participate in the workforce in general, and 60% of men is in the workforce. And in educational field, women the percentage of women working on the educational field on teaching, 73%, compared to the leadership role on the teaching field, only 14%. My problem statement, social expectations also plays, I will continue talking about my problem. Expectations place a disproportionate caregiving burden on women, impacting their work-life balance and career satisfaction. Despite national policies aimed to fostering gender equality, the unique struggles of female educators in Jordan private school sector remain underexplored, creating a gap in the literature and limited effective policy development. My research questions, the first one, what are the levels of challenges within the private schools in east of Amman related to women's development? My second question, what are the levels of women's development within the private schools in east of Amman? The main hypothesis, challenges facing women's development in private schools in east of Amman affect significantly their access to women's development. The H11, institutional barriers, H12, gender bias, H13, limited access to professional development, H14, work-life balance, H15, leadership role. All of them affect significantly. We seek to identify key institutional and social obstacles hindering women's leadership aspirations and overall job satisfaction. And also we focus on the challenges facing female educators in private schools in east of Amman. And also my study aims to examine barriers like gender bias, limited professional development, work-life balance, and cultural norms affecting women's professional advancement. And the findings offer data-driven recommendations for policymakers and school leaders to support female educators and promote gender equality. The literature review, the study of Hillman indicate that two factors work together to create negative perceptions regarding women's fit for leadership. And another study of Imon and Khan stated that despite the importance of cultural norms continue to enforce gender role within educational settings, for example, gender bias tended to depict women in more traditional roles while casting men as leaders and decision makers. This not only reinforces stereotypes in the minds of students, but also influences the career paths of female educators, that they will go to find another role, not only to enter the teaching role, or they will start to go to search for another roles because of this hiding of their abilities. Okay, I don't know why some slides are empty, but I'll try. Maybe because of loading. Okay, this is it's related to the slides. It's about literature review also. The previous study reviewed in this document explored how institutional, cultural, and regional factors contribute to gender inequality in education, especially in Jordan. Include core issues to underrepresentation of women in leadership roles. My gap analysis, most of the existing research before addresses broader regional patterns, lacking in-depth insights specific to this group in this area exactly. A quantitative data that captures the unique barriers facing female teachers, such as and limited career growth, is also rare. Moreover, research often ignores the influence of local cultural and institutional factors of these women trailer interventions and help shape policies that better meet their needs. Okay. I will mention briefly the theoretical framework, the gender inequality theory, social role theory, and career development theory and stereotype theory. All those theories affect women progress and development in educational field.
Okay.
Also, the organizational behavior theory examines how schools' cultural and structural affect women's professional experiences. Its competitive and hierarchical culture can impede women's advancement. I mentioned a case study about a school, Al Maharat International School. It's included of 46 women. Only 10 of them are working on administration field, and the rest of them working as teachers. So this will hinder their capabilities, and this is not a kind of encouragement for women. This is a stereotype threat caused added stress, leading female educators to adopt their capabilities in leadership settings. The model, this is my model. We have the independent variable challenges and dependent variable, the women development. We have the independent variable, there are 6 dimensions: institutional barriers, gender bias, limited access to professional development, work-life balance, leadership role, cultural influences. And they affect the dependence, they affect significantly altogether. They affect significantly the dependent variable, the women development, the dimensions of the dependent variable, professional development opportunities, career advancement, job satisfaction, leadership aspiration. Here I mention again how many questions are in my independent variable, the challenges. On my questionnaire, there are 4 questions about institutional barriers, 4 questions about gender bias, 4 questions about limited access to professional development, 4 questions about work-life balance, and 4 about leadership role, 4 about cultural influences on the independent variable. The dependent variable also have 20 questionnaire. Also, I will mention something about my how many surveys did I distribute. I distribute in total 150 fully completed and valid surveys for analysis, because it was at the beginning 194, but 44 surveys were dismissed. So the total was 150 fully completed valid surveys. Analysis technique.
Lena, your time is very, Lena, you have only 5 minutes left. Be careful. Quickly scan the rest.
Okay.
Yes. And this text is too much for representation. This text is too much for representation.
Okay, I will mention this quickly. This is the major percentage of females who answered the question were teachers, and the least were from the vice headmistress. And this chart two percentage of experience characteristics. The first one was from 7 to 10 years. The least was 10 years. And chart 3 percentage of marital status who answered the survey. The most females who answered were single, and the least were widows. The answers for my questions, the answer for my first question of my study, the limited access to professional development and work-life balance were the highest rate challenges, and the least challenge was institutional barrier. The overall challenges were affecting significantly on the dependent variable. And this is just the charts that clarify that. The second question, the answer for it was for the dependent variable about opportunities for leadership training. It was the highest, and the lowest was for satisfaction with the colleagues.
Lena, go back. Lena, excuse me, go back now.
Yeah.
You said that you work only on Al-Maharat school, and then you are missing here. Table 16 summarizes the means and the standard deviation for the whole schools. You know what I mean? For within private, the question, what are the levels of women's development within the private schools in Amman, in East Amman? While you said in the beginning that you are dealing only with the Maharat school, which one is true?
No. I distributed my questionnaire for the whole area of East of Amman. It was approximately 220 schools, but as a sample or an example, as a case study only that I mentioned in my study was as an example. It was Al-Maharat.
But your questionnaire covered how many schools?
At this area, East of Amman, there were 220 schools, but the survey distributed for 150 females in that area.
تمام على بركة الله. Okay.
I must continue or finish? Okay. I answered the second question, and this. Okay. Okay, I mentioned I went backward. This the hypothesis testing. All of the hypotheses were accepted except for H11 and H14. They were rejected, but the overall hypotheses were accepted as whole number. Okay, this is the model of the results, the second model. At the left side, we can see what are the challenges affecting the development of women in private schools in East of Amman. The hypotheses, we can see the 6 of them at the middle. And on the right side, the findings reveal that institutional barriers, gender bias, and limited professional development affect significantly on the development of women. And educational institutions to empower women in order to obtain gender equality and enhance student learning policy and practices recommendations will center on resolving issues that have been identified through measures to create a supportive work environment, professional development program, and reforms. Okay. Here are the conclusion. Limited access to professional development, as I said before, and work-life balance affects significantly. These findings suggest that challenges significantly affect women development. The analysis revealed that gender bias, limited access to professional development, leadership roles, cultural influences are significant factors impact women career development in these schools. Addressing these areas could help create more supportive environment. Institutional barriers and work-life balance have the least of the effect on women's development. Many educators show strong desire to step into leadership role and feel that there are some leadership training opportunities available. However, despite this ambition, they often find the support inconstant. Okay. And here is many educators feel overlooked for leadership roles, pointing to institutional structure that implicitly discourage female advantage, a lack of appreciation and peer support for women, so that we must feel that they have the support that they need and the encouragement that they need according to their evaluation. Data analysis confirms that significant impact of these barriers on women development, particularly the influence of limited access to professional development. Regression analysis support that addressing this issue could lead to meaningful improvement in professional growth. Here is the last slide. The recommendation: mentoring and evaluating the daily performance of the teachers will improve their performance and will encourage them more. Also, they need a training that can on the administration fields that develop them on that field. Amending the current regulation and law to allow greater flexibility for women also. Thank you so much. I finished.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lina, thank you very much. Dr. Nuha, floor is yours. Go ahead. Bismillah. As an examiner.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Professor. Lina, you're tackling a very important topic here and very critical. Thanks to Professor Zahar for approving this title. Usually it makes some I don't know, argument on the importance of
it's the title actually. It does provoke us as males. It does provoke us, but in order to show that we are not biased and we give a room to the other side of the world, to the females to prevail. Now I think we need another title. Dr. Akram, please, I need your help. We need another title for our rights as men. Lina is not happy with having 46 teachers, female teachers at the school, and she's not happy that 25% of them are managers there. So I think it's we have to keep silent anyway. Okay, Dr. Nuha, I mean this is life. Yeah. You have to give superiority to this gender in order to be able to live. Go ahead.
Well, I'm more with professionalism. Let's be professional and have a fair options, fair chance.
Can you remove bias from your discussion? Can you?
Oh no, not with this one.
Just I would like to say that for myself, the arena is open, of course, for men and women. I don't accept sometimes the mentality. We would like to make a portion to make a gender balance. If the abilities more with the female, why not? They are welcome. And if the abilities with the male, they are welcome. So I think there is sometimes something prepared about this. I know that we have bad mentalities in our communities before starting, but according to our, for example, religion heritage, even traditions, even customs, even history, the arena is open for the gender to lead and to participate and to develop their skills and to be neck by neck with the men, there is no problem. That's it.
Thank you.
Ron.
Thank you.
Okay, now the floor is yours, Dr. Noha. Go ahead.
Thank you. Lena, your title has challenges affecting women's development in private schools in east of Amman, Jordan. Well, it includes women's development, but nothing in the context of the some work on a woman economic empowerment, WEE. So I've read a lot about this part, but I never saw the word or the expression woman development. So I was curious to know if there is a specific definition for this expression, but I didn't. So and I tried to look for the definition or any explanation on this expression. I didn't. So it would be better if you just add the word professional or career development to your title, so it would make it more. It would make more sense when we talk about development. That would be more related to career development. With regards to the content of your dissertation. Okay. Let's go to When we talk about challenges, in what aspect are we talking about those challenges of the development? Like, do you have, through your interviews or survey results, do you have any specific or examples of cases of a gender biasness that interrupted women development in their careers?
Yes, from the field of my work, as an example, I saw many examples for gender bias against women. I saw, as an example, there was a manager, a head manager, female. She has a big certificate and big achievements, but suddenly they changed the female manager by a male without any reason, only because they think that men have more abilities to handle the job more than women, because women sometimes has the caregiving role and taking care of her children and families. And this is an example that I saw at the field of my work.
So through your survey and interviews with the teachers or school workers and their different levels, administration and teaching, did they mention any situations of discrimination or biasness due to gender?
Yes, because my questionnaire was written not as an interview. That I didn't hear an examples because it's only, as you know, it's only answers on the Google only. It's not an interview. That's why I couldn't hear an exact example from them, despite this thing.
Okay, my question is coming from the type of questions that included in your questionnaire. The questions are more guided into a confirmation of biasness. So people would say that, in your question about the gender biasness, for example, do you refer the I'll give you this. I'll read the question for you. Okay. On questions on gender bias, do you feel that gender bias affects your career advancement? Well, that makes a conclusion here that there is a biasness, and you're asking them if it affects their career advancement. Well, everybody would say yes, because they would expect to know, or they would give you the answer that you're expecting from them. They would never refer it to their weakness in their resume or in their own professional history. So yeah, you're giving them an excuse for the missed advancement in their career by having this gender inequality or biasness. Now, I have this confusion or unclear picture on your idea on the gender biasness, or empowerment by I don't know, how do you or what would make you more secure as a working woman with regards to this gender biasness?
Yes, first of all, gender bias, it's clear from the percentage that I brought from Ministry of Education that males work more in the educational administrational field more than females, so that it's clear for all that females, they harder their potential and they keep them only on the teacher's role. That's why the answer of the teachers must be yes, we face bias, but they must fill the level of this bias that they are facing. And about the other section of your question, can you repeat it again? If I am comfortable, or what did you said of the other part of the question, please?
Yeah, what would make you feel comfortable about the environment that you're working at with regards to gender biasness? How would the school or the place you're working at, how would they prove that they are professional in their assignments and there is no gender biasness? What evidence should they provide in order to ensure that for women?
Yes, of course, this will not make me or will make any teachers comfortable about this. And the data that we can make, I can distribute a survey for the teachers in this school exactly, and they will fill it without putting their names. And when I give the administrators this questionnaire, they will see exactly that they face bias and they are not comfortable on this environment.
Okay, this doesn't answer my question. So let's move to another one. You've mentioned that according to the Ministry of Education data, most administrative work is conducted by men, right?
Ministry of Education?
Yes.
Yes, he's a man, yeah.
Even in the women or girls' schools?
Yes. The Ministry of Education, he's the leader is a man, yeah.
According to your research, how many of those girls' schools are having male principals?
Not each school has her own principal, but you asked about the ministry as a whole. The Ministry of Education leads by a man, but each school has a different leader from the other. So most of them, I saw that they are men, and the small number are females.
Yeah, my question, Lena, was about the gender biasness. You've studied that. The conclusion you've reached is that as I understand, that most administration tasks are held by men in schools in in Jordan, right?
Yes. Yes, I said most of them are males. Yeah.
But I didn't find any chart or comparison between the number of administration held by tasks or jobs held by men and versus women. All I saw was on page what? Hold on a second, please. This is page. I don't know. It doesn't have a number. So okay, 65. There's this chart on the sample personal and demographic characteristics. Well, you have some classifications for headmistress, vice headmistress, but there is a percentage, but it doesn't distinguish between male and female. So how would I know if those jobs or administration jobs are held by men in female environment or in female schools? So how in percentage, what's the percentage of a male female comparison with regards to administrative tasks or jobs out of the overall jobs? So I would conclude that the majority is held by men.
Yes, it's true. I wrote that information on the problem statement, the percentage exactly between men and women. But if you want to add it as a chart, I will add it as a chart. But the percentage, I mentioned it as a whole in Jordan. It was 70% females working as teachers, and on the administration field, only 13% of females working at administration field.
30 or 13?
13.
Okay, so compared to men, what's the percentage?
The men were 16%. 60%.
60% of men are the teacher administration or what?
No, 60% of men working at as an administration, and only 13% of women working on this field. So the men are more than women. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but this doesn't seem to be logical because you need to give us more a detailed picture on the number of schools, for example, the number of girls' schools, boys' schools, and whether these are having principals. Because I never saw that a male principal is responsible for a female school or girls' school. Do you have that?
Yes,
in Jordan?
Yes, most of the international schools are mixed males and female students. And that's why it's like a mix, no matter male or female, it's not a problem. But my research is focusing about if it's why are females hiding their potential on this field, on the administration field.
I'm sorry, it doesn't seem to be clear so far. What is let's put it this way, what is the actual situation and what's your target? The actual situation, the actual problem that made you suspend that there is a problem with biasness and gender inequality with regards to the field in private schools in Amman or whatever. And what is your target? What's your what is the fair percentage that you think it should be?
1 minute, Dr. Noha. Dr. Noha, 1 minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the last question. I'm trying to know what's going on here. Go on, Lena.
Okay.
Okay, as you see, there is a problem about the challenges that women are facing in East of Amman. It's clear from the percentage and from my study, the quantitative data that I did. And what to do to solve this is at the recommendation at the end of my thesis. I recommend more monitor for women to see their level, to encourage them. The highest levels of females can gain opportunity to be on the leadership role. Also, the training for females to have the training about leadership and to encourage them to be leaders in the future.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Still, the problem doesn't seem to be clear for me. You need to provide more information on the comparison between a male-female conduct of different taking positions in the administration. And I would suggest making an interview with one of the decision makers in the ministry or I don't know, in the private schools, a responsible or decision makers in those schools, and try to get their idea or the reasoning behind assigning the tasks to men or male versus or instead of women. They might have other reasons than a gender biasness, or not gender, could be other reasons. Like I would say that in some of the schools they prefer that the principal would be a woman, and the vice or the acting principal to be a man, in order to be able to run things that need some male power, if we would put it that way. So that's one logic that would go that way. So they would enable women to lead, but with the help of some men in order to interfere whenever some unexpected or unpleasant events happen. But yeah, thank you. The topic is good. It's held well, but yeah, some advancement should be done in order to bring the best of this topic. Good luck, Lena.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Noha. Thank you very much. Dr. Akram, floor is yours. افتح الميكروفون دكتور أكرم.
مع دكتور أكرم.
Okay.
تمام تفضل.
So again, I think Dr. Noha took very long time, and just I would like to confirm that the title is a little bit generic or general when we talk about women development. Again, what type of development we talk about?
Okay.
Lena.
Okay.
I think
my topic.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
My topic is challenges facing or challenges affecting women's development. So we are focusing on the challenges. They are, as I mentioned in the model, there are 6 challenges. They are limited access to professional
development. Sorry, which type of women development? Career development, leadership development, let me say empowerment, etc. So this is problematic. You understand me? You should be focused. For example, in some tables I watched that I saw that you talked about professional development. So the study should be focused regarding which type of development. Okay.
Yeah, yes, I think.
And I think
yes, I
yes,
think.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, I think all the developments that you mentioned are related because career development is related to leadership development or are related to development for women as a whole. Yeah.
Sorry, we can talk about political development. We can talk about social development. A lot of many types of development. You should be focused in your title. For example, is it career development? Is it leadership development? Is it professional development? Which type of development you are talking about?
Yes.
I think this should
yeah.
appear in the title.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you, Prof.
Okay, Lina, we've been through your work before, but can you tell me what's the look at the screen in here? Why do you put this? What's the usage of it? How it is connected to your work? It is not part of the analysis. Okay, you ask a general question: are you married or not? And then what's the catch?
Yes, the percentage of the women who answered my survey, most of them were single women.
Lina, you have to change your way of thinking. Go directly to the answer. Have you used this in your analysis? The answer is no. No, you didn't say that the married women. This is the development that they have. That is the bias that they have against. You didn't. So why do you have filler inside your research? Just take it out.
Yeah.
A waste of space.
It was, no, it was in my questionnaire. This dimension was mentioned at the beginning of the questionnaire or the survey to choose if she's single or married or
what
divorced
on
or
earth
widow.
is the effect of this on your analysis? You did not mention it in any place. So why to have it? Okay, you've asked somebody what is your name, how tall are you, and then you talked about his professional training. So why do you ask about the status if it is not used, if it is not a criteria under your analysis? So just take it out. Don't have filler in your work. Your work should be concentrated directly. Anyway, I don't have a lot to ask. I'm familiar with what Lina has done, so I'll save time, and we will go directly to discuss, to convene, and to see how to I would say to judge her work so far. Thank you very much. We'll come back, Lina, in a bit. Yalla, salam alaikum.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Hello, good luck, Dr. Lina.
Thank you, Shahid. Thank you.
كيف أعصابك يا لينا؟ حديد؟
إن شاء الله.
نعطيك النتيجة لقيت ولا بعدين؟ يعني إيش رأيك؟ يعني كيف وضعك؟
زي ما بدك براحتك، هلا ولا لما يجي الدكتورة نهى والدكتور أكرم، زي ما بدك.
لا بعدين بكرة ممكن، مثلا بكرة ممكن يعني.
بروف زاهر
لا
ما تعمل زي هذا جورج قرداحي من سيربح المليون. بعدين تقولوا صار معك 520,000 درهم ولا ريال.
والله
هي
انا
وصلت. لا لا لينا وصلت المليون، احنا بنحكي على بعد المليون. اوكي ننتظر الدكتورة.
في دكتور كان معايا في سلطنة عمان اسمه كريم
بن عمي.
عمو كريم، ابن عمي كريم.
كريم ايش؟ قولي الاسم الثاني. النهار.
كريم عبد الكريم اسماعيل النهار.
كريم النهار صديقي، سلموا عليه كثير سلموا عليه.
معناته وصلتي خلاص.
لا ما توصل بجهدها ان شاء الله.
امور طيبه.
دكتور اكرم حبيبي. ابراهيم الباشا انت دورك الان فحسن خطك.
ابراهيم الباشا صاب راحت والله، مش هي اللي متوتره، انا اللي متوتر. يحكوا لها نتيجتها.
طب عشان بس ادخل يا دكتور اكرم بالكاميرا. ادخل دكتور اكرم بالكاميرا، ننتظرك احنا.
خليك سنوار يا باشا، خليك سنوار.
سيبنا من السنوار الجيت، احنا خلينا في الامريكيه.
خلينا في حالنا.
ما في حدا زي سنوار، الله يرحمه. ما في.
يلا طيب
خلاص يا ابراهيم،
انت كده صعب حالك الامور. احسن لك. يلا طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We are back now after discussing your performance, your dissertation, and we leave the floor to Dr. Naha to deliver our verdict. Go ahead, Dr. Naha.
Thank you, Professor. Lina, it didn't take us long to decide that you've done some good work on your dissertation. That's a very good and very important topic. You've covered it well, but
لازم يكون important topic. لازم طبعا.
Two ladies here. Just to be fair, there is this great weakness in this field. So she's doing some good job in starting to fill the gap with regards to female or women empowerment. Lina, please take in consideration every comment and note provided in this session to enhance and to bring the importance of this topic and to prove that women empowerment is a very important part of the whole economy in general. So I would congratulate you for passing with minor corrections and keep up the good work.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much. Thank you, Dr. Zahir, Dr. Nuha, Dr. Akram. Thank you so much for your efforts. And I hope that I will do all your comments.
Let us hear to Dr. Akram first. Ibrahim, go out for now. Please go out now for now. Ibrahim Basha. It's not your turn. Yeah. Dr. Akram.
I would like to say it's, of course, one of interesting topic, but again, we should focus in regarding the title. And I think since the beginning of the presentation, I noted that the researcher presented the main title to be presented, and this is very good. But always the presentation is crowded, which is not good. I think you know, Lina. But anyway, I would like to say congratulations and well done.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Lina. Two quick remarks. First of all, we need to see your presentation done again. You have to do it. You have to simplify it. Not simplify it. squeeze it, make it more apparent, make it a female style presentation, make it nice. This is, you have thousands of words on one page. The second one, I would make sure that you don't have any bias statement in your work. You came up with your research with a bias background. It seems that at your work, they have lots of bias and you want to impose it on everybody. This is not the situation. I've been around in educational establishments for the last 35 years since I finished my PhD. And I did not feel once that we have any bias against women. On the contrary, we give them the lead whenever we have the chance because of the the female students that we have, and we would usually want a role model for them so that they can follow. So please remove any bias statement in your work. And as mentioned by Dr. Noha and Dr. Akram, when you talk about development, specify what is the development. Have it in the right one. And in a way, this is for me. Send me the 202 or 200 names of the schools that you've mentioned and the people that you've met. Please send it to me, because I feel that visiting or dealing with 200 schools is a great effort. But I want to assure, قال بلى ولكن ليطمئن قلبي. I would extend my congratulations to you. You deserve it, Lina. You are a very intelligent person, a dedicated person. And I want you, after this research, to change your idea about having the bias every now and then, because the world is not like this.
Just a quick, actually, comment regarding what you have mentioned. I don't actually ignore that sometimes we have bias against women, and we have bias against men at the same time. We have a lot of racism, let me say, types in the community. But what will be harmful for the woman to take this idea and be focused in her mind that all men are against her and she is oppressed, and people deal with unfair actually treatment with her, etc. This is not good for the woman, because the woman in this case will attack others, okay, and will not be fair in her behavior.
In education, the situation, education field, education sector, I think it's a healthy environment overall. In education field, in universities, at schools, the bias is at its minimal level. Okay, thank you, Lina. Congratulations again. Welcome aboard, Dr. Lina. We all here confer on you the title doctor, and it's very, very important title. I wish you all the luck and to be an asset to your country and to your people and to everybody around. Congratulations. Yalla, salam. Anyway,
Thank you
go ahead.
so much.